My name's Kyle, I'm 45, and I work as a manager in public service. My wife Emily is 38, and we have a daughter, Sarah, who's in her second year of high school. We're a family of three. Emily and I originally worked at the same place, where I was her boss. I don't drink or gamble. My only hobby is playing chess. Back then, Emily was quite plain and would come to work almost makeup-free. She had finished high school and was still young and naive, so she relied a lot on me. I didn't mind being relied on, in fact, I found her quite adorable. We were both serious and honest, and our plainness somehow made us similar, which led us to start dating and soon after, get married. After we got married, Emily quit her job to become a full-time homemaker. She wasn't particularly fond of her job, and it was my ideal for her to quit and take care of the home. Soon after, Sarah was born, and our family of three lived a simple, yet happy life. That was good while it lasted, but there's more to come. Up until Sarah was about elementary school age, the three of us got along well. During meals, Sarah would talk about things that happened at school, and we'd all watch TV together, commenting and chatting about it, making the house always lively. But as Sarah became a high school student, things started to change, especially once she got her own smartphone, as our conversations became less frequent. Sarah, can't you put the phone away during meals?
No way.
We're finally all together as a family. Let's talk or watch TV.
TV is boring. Why is TV okay but not the phone?
Even when talking to me, Sarah would be looking at her phone.
Let it be. Times have changed, and Sarah doesn't want to talk anyway.
I really wanted her support, but Emily usually sides with Sarah. They were so close that they understood and accepted each other. So, I ended up feeling like an outsider in my own home, becoming isolated. As a parent, it's worrying. There are often bad news related to smartphones and social media. I don't use social media, and I barely use my phone for anything other than calls, which makes me worry even more about Sarah getting involved in some strange incident. I saw on the news, social media has a lot of weirdos. Be careful, okay?
Yeah, annoying. You don't know anything, Kyle. You don't need to say that. Sarah's a high schooler, she understands these things.
Sarah has always been cute, and when she was younger, she was often scouted to be a model. Now that she's in high school, she's even more popular. And now, it's not just Sarah I'm worried about. Lately, it seems Emily is also getting hooked on social media. I'm afraid she may like the wrong people there. She's been taking all sorts of photos, even posing for selfies, and even though she doesn't go out much, she always puts on her full makeup. And lately, she's been buying clothes like crazy. She's definitely been spending more money. Emily, you've been doing your makeup a lot recently. What's going on?
Huh? Is it weird? Why can't I put on my own makeup whenever I want?
No, the makeup isn't the issue.
Then what is it?
Well, you used to go to work with no makeup, and suddenly, what's changed? I asked Emily carefully, trying not to upset her.
Oh, that's nothing big. I'm just following the trend on the social media recently.
Really? I was really surprised that Emily was into social media. She never liked standing out. Are you posting photos? Like selfies?
Yes. I was scared at first, but it's actually pretty fun.
But why all of a sudden?
When Sarah showed me her social media, it had so many comments and likes, and she has tens of thousands of followers. It seemed amazing. I got a bit jealous.
Emily started talking excitedly.
I'm always at home, not really interacting with other people, and I never get praised or recognized.
I never knew Emily felt that way. Really? Why don't you try working outside? Sarah has grown up, so you don't need to worry so much about childcare anymore. If she wanted interaction, I thought working might be good, so I suggested that to Emily.
No, that's not it. I don't want to work. Sarah, she does live streams daily on an app, gets called cute, and even makes money. It's something called tipping.
Wait, she's making money? I didn't know about live streaming apps, and since Sarah wasn't working a part-time job, I couldn't understand why she was getting money. So, she showed me the app and explained it to me.
I've never been noticed like this, never been called cute. That's why, when I complained in front of Sarah, she suggested we do it together.
Wait, Emily, you're doing this with Sarah?
Yes, we've only done it a few times. Are you sisters? They ask, and since then, the number of followers and likes on my selfies have increased, and I'm really happy about it.
Emily rarely seemed so happy, and she definitely was getting prettier. Well, the expenses for clothes hurt, but I've come to accept it for now. She used to wear no makeup and didn't care much about her looks, so she gave off a rather plain impression. But she's naturally beautiful, so when she started putting on her makeup and dressing nicely, she really stood out. She started getting more likes and comments, and feeling encouraged, began going to the beauty spa and the gym, raising her beauty consciousness significantly. You don't need to try that hard. It's just social media, after all.
What's that? Are you jealous? Just because I've suddenly become popular, don't say things like that. I need to be the beautiful Emily for my followers.
It's fine to look good, but her personality has become rather harsh. But, those spa and gym sessions are quite expensive.
So what? You should be happy your wife is getting prettier.
I am, but
Are you jealous? I'm popular on the live shows as beautiful mom, and even the followers are after me.
I was shocked to hear that from Sarah, though I never thought of it that way.
I want to go to the spa too. Please take care of the finances.
Really, Sarah too?
Of course. It's not fair for just mom to get pretty. You're definitely going to pay, right?
Sarah casually asked for money.
Since all you do on your days off is play chess and you don't spend money, it's fine. We'll spend it properly. Let's go to the spa right away.
We're not done talking yet. Even though I hadn't agreed to pay yet, Emily and Sarah went out. They kept buying beauty supplements and cosmetics, so much that I couldn't save money like before each month. I wanted to put a stop to it because it's getting out of hand financially, but I was also envious that they're so passionate about something. And I wanted to see what's so interesting about social media and live streaming for myself, so I learned how to use a smartphone and the social media from a younger colleague at work. Before I knew it, I became quite knowledgeable about smartphones and the internet, and I discovered an online chess app. I got completely hooked on it and started playing daily. I also joined online communities, exchanging information and chatting with other chess enthusiasts. I checked Emily and Sarah's social media and learned about their live streaming app. It turns out they were receiving quite a lot of tips. They really seemed to enjoy it, smiling broadly as they talked about trivial things or sang occasionally. They were called cute by their followers and were happy to receive money, which probably motivated them to keep going. While watching Emily and Sarah's live stream, suddenly the screen split, and a stranger named John appeared.
Hey, hey, hey. Let's do a collab with Emily and Sarah.
You're late, aren't you?
I didn't quite understand what was happening at first, but it seems these three frequently stream together. And it turned out that Emily claimed she was already divorced, and this John guy is supposed to be her partner. Moreover, Emily's ex-husband was terrible, addicted to alcohol and gambling, sloppy with money and women, just the worst.
Terrible, huh? He probably didn't work much.
He didn't. I'm a public servant, so I had a stable income. He took all the money I earned and wasted it on alcohol and gambling. He was a terrible person.
Really, it was good that you left such a guy.
I was amazed that they could talk about such things. As I watched the live stream, I initially felt angry, but it gradually became amusing. Regardless, I decided to keep a thorough check. I followed Emily's social media. To avoid being recognized, I used the name Grandmaster King with a chess piece as the icon, the same account I always use for the chess app. Even though we live in the same house, Emily, Sarah, and I each stayed in our rooms, streaming live or watching each other's streams under usernames not our real names. This odd way of living started. Since I'm not familiar with smartphones or the internet, Emily probably doesn't suspect that I'm watching her live and social media. She even started posting photos with John, and sometimes they stream live from outside, always with him by her side. She comes home late at night or early in the morning. I didn't think she was cheating, but just to be sure, I hired an investigator. A month after I requested the infidelity investigation, I received the results from the investigator. As expected, Emily was cheating with John. Moreover, she had been financially supporting him substantially. And that John had physical relations with several of his female followers and was receiving money from them. There were also photos of Sarah happily hanging out and eating with these two. At this point, I've reached my limit and decided to cut ties with Emily and Sarah. Instead of just divorcing, I decided to take some action. Today, I told Emily I was on a business trip and would stay overnight, so I'd be back tomorrow night. But I was actually staying at a nearby business hotel. When Emily and Sarah started their live stream, I joined in as Grandmaster King.
Tonight we're collaborating with John. John, say hello.
I'm at Emily and Sarah's house today.
I couldn't believe John was actually at our house. They were quite bold to do this without knowing I was watching. When did you and Emily start dating?
It's been about 6 months, I guess.
Around 6 months, yes.
The three of them laughed carelessly and continued talking, answering questions from other followers. One asked, "Isn't that an affair?"
Not at all. I'm free right now.
No. Your husband is Kyle, isn't he?
What? How do you know that?
Their faces, which had been laughing just moments ago, suddenly turned stiff. I followed up with another comment. Emily was a plain woman who wore no makeup before marriage and quickly became a full-time homemaker after getting married. I kept making comments that I knew Emily would dislike.
Who are you? Stop spreading nonsense.
Could it be Dad?
No way. After all, Kyle can barely use a smartphone.
But all the information being posted could only be known by our family.
Sarah's remark sparked a frenzy among the other followers.
If this is true, it's hilarious. Watching his own wife and daughter's live stream.
I can't believe it.
It's creepy to think he's watching this alone in some room.
I thought he was on a business trip. What is he up to? Please don't come back.
I silently exited the live stream. The next night, after finishing work, I returned home as if nothing had happened. I'm home. Your live stream yesterday was quite something.
Wow. It really was, Dad.
Creepy. We said you don't need to come back.
Emily and Sarah immediately looked annoyed when they saw me. I just came to get some clothes. But fine, if that's how you feel. You'll regret this.
Why would we regret anything? We'll have fun with John.
I packed the bare minimum clothes in a suitcase and left the house. After that, I stayed in a business hotel while preparing for divorce with my lawyer. I first demanded alimony from Emily. Later, I joined their live stream again when Emily, Sarah, and John were broadcasting. This time, women who had been played by John and lent him money were also there. I let them expose John's scummy behavior.
Wait, John, what is this all about?
It's not what it seems.
How is it not? I can't forgive you for hitting on other followers besides me.
Then, the followers began attacking Emily en masse. The content of the live went viral, viewership spiked, and it turned into a huge scandal. They had to abruptly end the live stream, but the controversy didn't settle down, and Emily and John's social media were flooded with severe backlash.
Kyle, please help. I've broken up with John and I'm quitting social media. It's been so hard on me mentally, I can't even think about paying alimony.
Emily pleaded for help when she called. I'm not coming back. I'm selling the house after the divorce. You need to move out within 2 weeks.
You're joking, right? Please, Dad. I have college entrance exams next year.
I don't care. Earn money with your social media and live streams again. I hung up the phone and ignored all further calls from Emily, leaving everything else to my lawyer. John is being sued for alimony by several people, struggling with debts he can't repay, only increasing the interest, and he seems to be spiraling into depression. Emily and Sarah eventually moved out quietly to a rundown apartment. Emily, overwhelmed mentally, isn't working. She is just earning small change with Sarah through scandal-driven social media and live streams. I peeked at their live stream once, but it was too awful to watch. Meanwhile, I continue to enjoy online chess matches, maintaining a healthy relationship with the internet and social media, and living my days contentedly.